Welcome back to another episode of Featherhead Fishing. Before I came out here, I probably should have retied, but that said, we're going to retie real quick. Today we are fishing on Upper Buckhorn, and we are going for bass. I did not get out a single time for walleye season, which is unusual, but things have been busy. As always, we're going to start off with Gary Yakamoto Fat Ica 4-inch in the color black and blue. If you've been on the channel for a while, you'd know that is the main, if not one of the only baits we fish. That said, I'm hoping this season to maybe take the time and explore new baits and ideas and maybe some different techniques as the season plays out. And much like 2 years ago, the goal will be to try multiple different lakes and see what we can get into, find some new spots, and venture around. Give this a snip and we'll get started. Last year we didn't get out as much as we liked, but again we're hoping to fix that this year. If you're unsure what the bait is I'm talking about, it's a 4-inch wide gap hook with a bullet sinker, Texas rigged, colors black and blue. And let's see if we can get one in the boat. Fortunately, I only made it out ice fishing, I think, once this season. We ventured up to Salmon Lake, and we only ended up catching one. Just the ice wasn't thick enough down this way to make it worth dragging all the equipment out. All we're doing today is we're working our way along a shoreline. We're targeting anything that provides shade. So docks, both attached to shore and floating, inflatable kids' toys such as like water trampolines and whatnot. And we're basically targeting the corners and the underneath. We'll take a couple casts at each, and then some people don't do it, but we like to make a couple casts in between each dock. Thankfully the weeds haven't set in too bad yet this year. It'll get pretty thick and sometimes you can't even, or you don't even waste your time casting in tight to shore, and you'll work the weed line a little bit out. But at this point, structure wise, there's not too much for weeds coming up. There we go, third cast, one in the boat. Took himself off. There we go. Hopefully the rest of the day is like that. I only have a few hours for fishing, and then I gotta go to work tonight. So let's make the best of this. We had one there, but Well, we just pulled up on this spot. We weren't long. It's actually, I think, the same as the first spot, 3 casts. Hopefully we can get a few more out of here before we have to head in. Same bait. I didn't bring a bunch of baits out with me. The boat's not loaded up yet. Like I said, I just wanted to get out. Fortunately, my trolling motors or trolling motor batteries need to be replaced this year. I've only been out for maybe an hour and a half and they're already at half power, so that's something I have to take care of. Just want to make sure that the motor and everything is running fine, and then we had another bite there. I just wanted to make sure the motor and everything was running fine before we really got into the season. Spots we've been fishing today have been like rocky close to shore, and then weed line maybe 15, 20 feet out. But we've only been catching largemouth so far. I'm surprised we haven't caught the odd smallmouth. The water's cooled off too. I think it was probably up in the 70s, and then we had a bit of a cold front there. We're sitting at about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So they're not really tucked in under the docks or anything, at least not at this point. But if we get a couple more hot days, hopefully it'll push them into the shade. It'd be nice to get at least one over a pound today. But just to set the hook a couple times today was nice. That one's a bit better. It's the best one we caught all day. Thick belly on them, but very, very short. Well, we said we wanted one more. I mean, we're back to the smaller size fish. But we caught 5. We figured out, like I said, the battery thing. We had to get some new batteries for the trolling motor. We rewired all the graphs and everything, and reconfigured the batteries, because when I got the boat, the motor was running off the trolling motor batteries, and there was like, I think, just a fuel pump running off the actual starting battery. So didn't really make much sense. Just give it a couple more casts here and pack up and head in. Like I said, we're gonna be exploring some new lakes, mainly bass fishing as always. Hopefully get out with hurdle fishing. And yeah, that's it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment any lakes in the Peterborough area that you think are worth trying for bass. And yeah, that's it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.